Arlo the Alligator is a new 2D animated musical that dropped on Netflix today, and let's talk about it. Now, this movie is supposed to spin off into a series that's supposed to come out either this year or next year. I'm not exactly sure on that. But yeah, this was a surprise kind of thing. I think a lot of people thought this was going to be a series first, but or just a series. They were kind of confused about that. But no, it's a movie. Um, and it's a good movie. The music in this movie is really good. It's excellent. The animation is gorgeous in this movie. The animation is very expressive. The characters have great designs. We're also dealing with the world that has so many varieties of different characters. You know, we got an alligator, a fish person, this weird kind of hairball, this cat girl, uh, or tiger or whatever, and they're here in this world. So we got a bird guy. We got a variety of different characters, and I think that's what the best part about this movie is the characters. The characters are really charming. They play off of each other. They really really well. They all grow to love each other by the end of the movie, and that's a fun dynamic. And you can see how this has the potential to be a really fun series because these characters are so much fun that you enjoy watching them in this movie. The movie is pretty straightforward. It's a pretty simple story about little Arlo who came from the swamp, finds out he had a dad in New York, and goes on a journey to meet his dad in New York and meets a bunch of lovable characters who all become friends through his journey, and he learns like the true meaning of family and friendship and blah blah blah. Pretty simple story, but it's fun, and it's a really great story told in such a fun way. The music, like I said, is very good. It's fantastic. Now, I think the only criticism I have with this movie is the villains. The villains are just kind of, they want him for money. It's annoying. It's a very generic motivation for characters, and they just kind of interrupt the plot. Like they're just kind of there, and I wouldn't mind that so much as if they were funny or interesting, but they're not. They just want money and they want him, and then they kind of don't even really affect the plot that much. Like I said, they're just kind of an interruption to the plot. Like there's a scene where the characters, they even say this line in the movie, we're having an emotional breakthrough. Do you mind? And they interrupt that moment to throw like some extra conflict into the plot that didn't need to be there, because there was enough conflict in this plot, and a lot of it comes through the characters and the emotion. I don't feel like there was a need for a villain, and I feel like they added a villain to get the plot moving, but I feel like there had to be another way to do that than the way they did. But overall, I think it's a very solid, charming Netflix animated musical. I think it's very important that we all keep our eyes on Netflix if you love animation, because they are becoming a big powerhouse, and they're trying to pick up more licenses, more movies, and more animated films. Next couple weeks here we got Mitchell's versus the Machines coming out. So if you like this sort of thing and you want to see more animated stuff from Netflix, you definitely need to keep your eyes on them and support it, because not only is it, there's a lot of it coming out, but there's a lot of quality stuff, and I think this was another example of that. I think this was a really great, solid animated film, one of the best of this year so far, but can't really say I've seen too many this year, but still, very, very solid movie, and I can't wait to see what happens with this film, and when it turns into a series. I'll definitely be talking about the series when it comes out, so